thought I would show how everything has looked now over the past couple of years of putting together this area here. I just got my solar fountain going, and a lot of the perennials and the herbs are doing amazing. I've still got to weed a little bit here around the deer. I just love this fountain. I've had that for more than 20 years. Here's the other side facing in. It was a little hard for me to see through the camera with the sun, but my little frogs and things need repainting, and that's on my to-do list. And the hummingbird vine is just doing really good. And I think this is the third year for it. I have a pond spitter that I want to put where the frogs are, but I need an adapter. So for now it's just that little spout coming out, but looking a little closer, a lot of my perennials are popping up. And here I have dandelion and mint. This is the first year for this mint. I got these from Growers Exchange. I love orange mint and this chocolate mint. Oh, it's delicious in tea. That's why I grow mint, is for tea. This is a new one for me, the ginger. Here's the orange. Oh, it smells delicious. And my older mint, I've got to work on these two pots. This is spearmint and peppermint. These don't drain, and I think I'm going to need to put them in a new pot. Here's my elderberries. These are going on 3 years, and they're just now flowering. And this is an apple tree that we started from seed. All the credit goes to my husband. These are some bushes that are always on property lines here where I live. Here's another great herb I'm looking forward to. I use valerian in my sleep protocol, and I was able to purchase 4 plants just recently. So I got 4 there, and part of the hummingbird vines coming up. These are perennials, and here is mullein. I have mullein growing everywhere because I don't usually harvest the flowers. I let the bees do some pollinating, and they end up all over the place. So I left these 2 right here. They're going to get really tall. These are my comfrey. I make comfrey oil for scrapes, abrasions, bruises, bone issues. This is the first year they flowered. I'm really impressed with the color of the flowers. There's only 3 plants here, and boy have they gotten big. All right, here is lavender. I need to get it out of the pot. I started it from seed. This is milkweed. And right here is some more tea. This is anise hyssop. Really makes a fantastic medicinal tea. These actually came from Azure Standard last year. These are my 2nd year plants. Azure Standard has some really great plants. This is yarrow, my 2nd year of yarrow. I'm about to give it a haircut because it's hiding a really great plant underneath. This is patchouli. I have searched all over for patchouli, and luckily Growers Exchange had some. And pretty soon I'll do a video on the yarrow after I harvest it. And here's my stevia, as well as some plants from last year coming up in the middle. I use stevia as a sweetener. And here's my spinning tower. You've probably seen these a lot on YouTube. I just kind of started them up with some radishes, some sage, and some chicory root. That's the big stuff on the bottom. Chicory root is very medicinal. And the first time I've tried radishes, so I put some flowers in the top. This is my 3rd year of bergamot. They never look very good until they flower. They look rough, but they just keep coming back every year. I'll throw some more seeds in there. This is all my calendula. I got a whole corner here. These are medicinal use for, I call it boo-boos. Abrasions, skin care. Calendula is pretty good for a lot of things. Everything's going to get a bunch of water here shortly, so some of these are looking a little unhappy with me. But that's going to make some really beautiful orange flowers. Here is my 4th year rosemary. And I've got my chamomile and oregano, basil, dill up on top. And I do have some cilantro in there if it will come up. It might be too late for those seeds because we're about to get hit with some hot weather. I've got vegetables started over here. My peppers, I love to make salsa every year, so I've got several variations of peppers. And here we're going to spot the hummingbird. I stood still long enough to get a little bit of her there. Off she goes. She went around front to get some more from the front. This is another apple tree, 2 apple trees actually. And between the bushes here I have my butterfly bush, which I believe this is the 2nd or 3rd year for this bush. We've had to move it a few times because it didn't like certain parts of the yard. Of course, this is where all the vegetables are going to go. I've got tomatoes started. I'm a little late getting those going, but this is where the tomatoes will go. I've got my marigolds ready